So the Rockstar Energy Chase race qualifying. The grid for the race: in 9th place Marshall Wishart, in 8th place Adam Kindness, Fiona Kindness in 7th with Adam Morrison in 6th place. Colin Dorward got home in 5th place with Yumen in 4th. The top 3 for qualifying saw Euan Begbie 3rd, 2nd place for Ian Pittman, but Ian Bonthrone got himself onto a pole position. So here we go, cars leaving the pit lane, and already a spot of bother for somebody there on the way down towards Duffus Dip. Yumen on the grass, and will he rejoin? What's going on with Yumen's car? Disaster. His main focus for the weekend was the Rockstar Energy Chase Race Series, and Yumen hasn't even made it from the pit lane down to the first corner. You can see the marshals in the pit lane looking down, bewildered, and the turn workers down at Duffus Dip here now running back to post. Put a whole lot of effort into that as well, as the recovery truck takes the car backwards up the straight, and the safety car heads in towards Duffus Dip. So we've had Yumen recovered. That means we'll be ready to go racing in just a minute or so. So here we go, cars in towards the hairpin, led by Ian Bonthrone and Ian Pittman on the front of the grid, with the space in 2nd place where Yumen should be alongside his good friend and rival, Euan Begbie. So up towards the lights we go, in rolling start formation. A little bit scruffy, to tell you the truth, as we see at the back. Jamie Gowdy having a little look. In fact, Marshall Wishart having a little look to get past Fiona Kindness. Lights go out and we're racing down towards Duffus Dip for the first time. And Bonthrone charges away in his BMW from Ian Pittman. Euan Begbie slots in behind him, and Colin Dorward, brave as you like, round the outside of Adam Morrison, and a good move from Dorward there, forces Morrison out wide. Morrison back up the inside, has a little look over towards the left hand side, and can't get past Colin Dorward as Dorward holds that position as they go down and over the crest of the chicane, flat out through there in a Mini, and you can see the Mini carries more corner speed through than Dorward. He's got the inside into Clark's. Can he make that manoeuvre stick? Yes, Dorward will try and fight for all he's worth in the little Suzuki Swift, but he doesn't have enough, and he's now under pressure from Adam Kindness heading towards the hairpin. Adam on the inside chasing Adam Morrison here. What's going to happen as they go into the brakes? There's a gap up the inside. Morrison covers it and slots in behind him. Does Adam Kindness. We can still see Dorward in the rearview mirror just on the left hand side of us. Something goes wrong with Adam Morrison there. Did he miss a gear? Goes straight past him on the main straight goes Adam Kindness. Fiona Kindness is involved in this, and also we've got Colin Dorward going past him. So the leader's doing the ideal thing at the chase race at the front, disappearing, getting the lap times. These guys in a bare knuckle fist fight. And again, Morrison manages to get past Colin Dorward as they go through the top of Duffus and Leslie's. Down a gear. Does Dorward go up the inside? No, Fiona goes up the inside of Colin Dorward now, as Adam Morrison takes a whole heap of sausage curve as he goes through. And round the outside of Butchers. That was a move and a half from Colin Dorward to go round the outside of Fiona Kindness at Butchers. Well, hats off, but what that has done is it's separated the group as Morrison sends it up the inside of Adam Kindness. And you can just see the smiles inside the helmets of these guys as they come round towards the hairpin. They battle at the Scottish Motor Racing Club meetings, and they're also battling here at Superlap Scotland for the KMSC, as Fiona Kindness now has a look at Colin Dorward into the hairpin. Dorward a little bit defensive on the way in the Suzuki Swift. But that manoeuvre for Dorward round the outside of Butchers, it's split the group up now. It's 2 groups of 2 rather than being one big group of 4. And just off the back of them is Marshall Wishart. Through Duffus Dip goes Adam Kindness. And Adam Morrison, with far too much sausage curve there, throws the car way up in the air. But look at the speed he managed to carry down towards Duffus Dip. You'll have to watch, so track warning. You'll get a limit if he does too much of that. The track warning flag will come out. Track limits flag, I should say. As we watch them go through the chicane now. Great view from the exit of McIntyre's up towards the chicane there. You really see the cars getting a little bit of air as Fiona needs to get past Colin Dorward. She goes up the inside. Dorward again, very brave, gives her racing room. And Fiona had to breathe out the throttle pedal there. You could hear that. If she hadn't breathed out that, she was going to land in the back quarter panel of Colin Dorward's little Suzuki Swift. And this will be annoying Fiona, because she can see Adam just creeping ahead up the road. Dorward again sits in the middle of the track, just defends his line on the way in. Oh, dab of the brakes mid-corner from Dorward. That's going to hurt him. Now, who has got the power up the straight? Was that a little cheeky wave to Fiona there? If it was, Fiona won't like that. As the two Adams go over the crest of the hill, out of sight. Dorward just holds off Fiona. And let's not forget, Ian Bonthrone still leads away at the front from Ian Pittman and Euan Begbie. But this battle further down is absolutely tooth and nail as Morrison locks up in towards McIntyre's. That looked like the front left locked up there, and that'll just hurt his lap time overall, and it will let Adam Kindness just start to stretch away at the front. As we kind of restock a little bit here and draw a breath, because those opening laps were pretty vicious more than anything. Again, Fiona looks in towards Clark's. Again, Dorward gives her racing room but holds the line through Clark's. Colin Dorward's driving superbly in that car. Remember, in actual Superlap Scotland, he drives a Mitsubishi Evo 5. And he's the fastest man in the Pro class, but he's taken the car from Jenny, and he's having a shot in the chase race. And isn't he doing really well? As he comes through the hairpin, you can see Fiona's now getting a little bit agitated in that car. A few shakes of the head, and a few raindrops on the camera lens as well. You can see the clouds are quite heavy, so that could be a telling point as we go into lap 5 with the leaders already out the back of the circuit. As we pick up with, once again, the two Adams, then Dorward and Kindness as we go through. Dorward still with that just comfortable buffer over Fiona Kindness as they go through the twisty complex of Knockhill and over the chicane up the back straight. Marshall Wishart has now dropped off the back quite a bit as he just comes through the chicane in the Jamie Gowdy car. But this time Fiona closer than she's ever been in the exit of Clark's. There could be a manoeuvre at the hairpin here. Depends where Colin Dorward goes. Fiona will probably try and dive towards the inside, or will she be cheeky on the outside? Here it comes. Brake, brake, brake. Down the gears, but no. Once again, Dorward so strong on the brakes with that little Suzuki Swift. If anything, the Mini looks a little bit better on the brakes and through the corners, and the Swift just has that little bit more, hardly any, on the main straight as they go underneath the Beatson's Building Supply Bridge. On board with Fiona Kindness. Very late in the brakes, down the gear, turn in, back on the throttle straight away and hold it flat all the way down the hill here. She's going to go up the inside of the McIntyres. She sends it up the inside. Dorward again tries to fight it out round the outside. There's two-wheel action from Fiona, and once again Dorward goes right around the outside as they go in through Butchers. Fabulous, fabulous bit of driving from Colin Dorward there to take the fight towards Fiona Kindness. And once again Fiona has to think about what's happening, and here comes your leader coming up to lap everybody now. We have got lap 7, Ian Bonthrone in the distance. We haven't seen much of Ian Bonthrone, Ian Pittman and Euan Begbie, because this battle has been pretty ferocious all the way through the race. But lap 7, Ian Bonthrone doing exactly what he needs to do. Just put lap after lap after lap together. The blue flag waves from the marshal, warning that the leader is passing you. And there goes Ian Pittman through the shot as well, as once again over the crest of Duffus goes Adam Morrison. Ian Pittman flashes through. Again, Fiona has a look towards inside, but it's not to be. And she's on the dirty part of the track and towards McIntyre's. Here it comes. It's up the inside. Dorward had to let that go. If he'd have tried to close the door that time, there would have been a certain happening at the apex of turn 3. McIntyre's and Fiona Kindness now ahead of Colin Dorward. Can Dorward fight back as we get towards the end of the race, and we see the leader Ian Bonthrone going past Adam Morrison into the hairpin? Bonthrone has been pretty sensational Superlap Scotland all the way through 2019 in his class, and we have heard that car is possibly sold though. So what will Ian Bonthrone come back for at Superlap Scotland at the next round in August? 3rd and 4th of August, next round of Superlap Scotland and the Rockstar Energy Chase Series. So make sure you are at Knockhill for that. It will be a good one with MG Trophy Racing, Scottish Legends and the BMW Compacts all in attendance, along with all the classes of Superlap Scotland and the chase race which we're watching just now. The leader is on lap 9 and he's carving his way through the back markers. He's going to go past Adam Kindness, who has put a nice gap into Adam Morrison, and Ian Bonthrone in towards here, but he comes through that corner and accelerates up towards the line with a little bit of a flamboyant oversteer moment on the exit of the corner for Ian Bonthrone. He'll be delighted with that one. It's been a classy race. He goes over the crest of the hill onto the last lap now. As through goes Euan Begbie. And Euan Begbie about to go a lap down. It's been a lonely race for Euan. He'll really be missing Yumen Lai. If Yumen had been out here in the blue Clio, Begbie and Lai would have been together and the battle would have been just as ferocious as what we saw with Kindness and Morrison. Or, yeah, you know what I mean. Up the back straight towards Clark Corner. He slides past Euan Begbie. And Euan Bonthrone just grabs a couple of gears on his way in towards the hairpin. It's been a demonstration in the Rockstar Energy Chase Series race for this man. Number 77 with the ALM sponsorship on the side of that BMW. Nice big drift out of the corner up towards the checkered flag, and Euan Bonthrone takes a very well-deserved victory. Lights the flag for the BMW M3. Second place will be Ian Pittman in his Subaru Impreza, and Euan Begbie will round off the podium in his Renault Clio. Kindness, Morrison, Adam and Adam together were 4th and 5th, as we see Ian Pittman coming into the hairpin now. Again, a lonely race for Ian, but great to see him entering the Chase Series as he goes through. Remember, he won C-Class as well, so he won the C-Class and he's also finished 2nd on the road in the Rockstar Chase race. Fiona Kindness comes home in 6th, ahead of Colin Dorward and Marshall Wisher in 8th.
So there we go, that is another Rockstar Energy Chase Series race in the bag, and Euan Bonthrone, Class D winner overall on the roads, and yeah, that was pretty awesome, that race.
It was good crack, yeah. It's a shame that Euan had a bit of a mechanical issue. He was hoping to have a bit of fun with each other out there, but no, it was good fun, good crack, yeah.
Euan, yeah, that could have been, could it?
Nah, I knew Bonthrone had his, but I was having fun, so I just watching him, and first time out doing a race, and thought, just sort of play second. Unfortunately, the car decided it had enough, so it went into limp mode. So quick reset, and just thought, like, he'd gone, so cool down and just kept the car. Didn't want to hurt it. So it's a sprint car, and it's not meant for races. So a bit of changes maybe needed if we're going to do more of these. So. Well,
brilliant effort nonetheless. Second place, well done. Third place, Euan Begbie, will get you in here, my man. Euan, after a torrid start to the weekend, that is exactly what you needed.
Yeah, definitely, mate. I say I had real issues with the car at the end of the week there, missing yesterday. Quite disappointed in that, but today, 3rd place, 2nd ever chase race. Happy with that, definitely.
So the results on the road sees Euan Bonthrone win from Ian Pittman and Euan Begbie, the BMW M3, 29.7 seconds ahead of Ian Pittman, and in 3rd place, number 45, Euan Begbie. The Rockstar Energy Drink Chase Series race was won on the road by Euan Bonthrone, and it was also won in aggregate by Euan Bonthrone. His target time was 9 minutes 30, his race time was 9 minutes 26.4, so he was 3.5 seconds under his time. Kindness and Morrison finished 2nd and 3rd. They were 16 seconds away from their target time and 26 seconds respectively. Yes, Ian Pittman did finish 2nd on the road, but the C-Class time is a 9 minutes 14, and Ian finished the race in 9 minutes 56, so 42 seconds above his time. Bonthrone, Kindness and Morrison, your top 3 in the aggregate results.